tale. This is the story of King Nashirwan, also known as Nushirvan the Just, one of the most famous kings of ancient Persia. Long ago in Persia, there ruled a king named Nashirwan, whose name became a symbol of justice itself. People said that even the weakest person could speak the truth without fear in his kingdom. One night, King Nashirwan disguised himself as an ordinary traveler and left his palace. He believed a ruler should see with his own eyes how his people lived. As he walked through a poor village, he heard a woman crying softly. Curious, the king stopped and listened. The woman was speaking to her children, saying, "Be patient, my little ones. The pot is on the fire. Soon, food will be ready." But when the king looked closely, he saw the pot contained only stones and water. The woman had nothing to feed her children. She was only trying to comfort them until they fell asleep. The king was shaken. He asked her, "Why don't you ask the king for help?" Tears filled her eyes as she replied, "If the king truly cared for the poor, I would not be in this state. On the day of judgment, I will complain about him before God." Those words struck Nashirwan like an arrow. Without revealing his identity, he rushed back to the palace, woke his treasurer, and ordered food, money, and supplies to be gathered immediately. Refusing to let anyone else carry the load, the king himself placed the sack on his back and returned to the woman's home. He cooked food for the children with his own hands and watched until they ate and smiled. Before leaving, he said softly, "Forgive the king. Tonight he learned how heavy a crown truly is." From that day on, Nashirwan reformed his rule. Taxes were made fair, the poor were protected, and judges were strictly monitored. That is why history remembers him not for his power, but for his justice. If you want, I can tell